that time of year again, ladies. As you can see, we've got a brand new BMX bike right here for 2023. We're gonna build it up today, and we're gonna get rid of that old piece of shit. I hope you guys had a very happy holidays. It's time for this channel's yearly tradition of building up the new BMX bike for the new year. Even though these past couple of years, new BMX bike hasn't really been the case because that goddamn Sunday frame refuses to break. The lifetime warranty really changes a man. I've got a lifetime warranty on the frame and the forks, so I'm not gonna buy new stuff until it breaks. The only problem is it's not breaking. So this year, again, we're sticking with most of the stuff that's on the bike. Maybe next year we'll have to replace some more significant stuff. But this year, I decided to focus on something that I really feel like needs to change and needs to be updated, because the longer I keep running it, the more I get scared. Of course, we are talking about my demolition rig cranks. If I was gonna keep them on this year, it would have been the 6th year that I was running them. And that sounds terrifying. Now, they do have a lifetime warranty on it, but I'm pretty sure, since I'm rather stupid, I didn't actually fill out the warranty card and get it registered for the warranty. I don't know. I have the memory of a dead squirrel, so maybe I did, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. So today we're gonna rectify that, because for this year's Christmas, I asked for some new cranks. And that is indeed what Santa gave me this year. Let me flick this bean right here. As you can see, I have a brand new pair of the Odyssey Thunderbolts. Sorry, you gotta forgive me for that one. 170mm left-hand drive. These also have a lifetime warranty, and I'm gonna make sure I actually sign up for this one this time. Yeah, after this, I'm pretty sure this bike will actually become immortal. But this is not the only thing we got this year. I also got some nice little upgrades. One of them being a necessary upgrade, being a new bottom bracket, because the demolition rig cranks are 24mm. These Odyssey Thunderbolts are only 22mm. So we will have to be replacing the bottom bracket today, which I'm kind of scared of, because sometimes that bitch gets stuck in there. So yeah, we might have a lot of fun trying to get that out. And then also, with new cranks, makes sense to get new pedals. So we got another pair of my favorite pedals, which are the Cinema CK Chad Curly pedals, except this time we got them in white. I told my mom to surprise me with the colors, and that she did. And then last but not least, my grips are falling apart because I've had them for like 2 years. So I got another brand new pair of Primo Cali grips, because I love these things so much. Best grips besides the Hoders. Now, before we get started, I just want to thank you guys real quick for all the love and support you've shown me this year. It truly does mean a lot. I also just want to say, I really hope you guys had a good holiday season this year, whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. I don't know what other holidays there are. I think there's like 7, but I'm drawing a blank. I'm also an idiot. You're probably noticing that this video wasn't uploaded on Christmas like it normally is. I think I'm gonna wait a little closer to New Year's this year, just because while I am filming this on Christmas Day, I don't really want to be spending all day editing the video. I just kind of want to enjoy my Christmas with my family this year. So I hope you guys don't mind. If you guys go on to enjoy this video, I'd really appreciate it if you let me know and help the engagement on this video by leaving a like, leave a comment, give me your thoughts and opinions, share the video around, and make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. I know it's a little late, but you know what would be the best Christmas/New Year's gift is if we could get the channel to 15,000 subs by 2023. That would be awesome. We are so close to 15K. So if you can help us get there, that'd be awesome. If not, it's fine. I'll just go fuck myself. But anyway, I think we should stop wasting time and get to this build. Yeah, I don't know, it smells like fish, but it is not pleasant. We are keeping the sprockets. Freaking look at these things, dude. These things are crazy strong. They just no-sold 5 years of my heavy ass riding them. Alright, now time for the part I'm not very excited for. Just trying to get this bottom bracket out. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it is a ginormous pain in the ass. And with my luck with these bike build videos, it's probably gonna take forever. So the goal when removing a bottom bracket with a hammer is to not try and hit the actual bearings, because if you do that, it's just gonna knock the bearings out, and eventually your bottom bracket's just gonna like fall apart, and then the outer ring is just going to be stuck in your bottom bracket. So you actually want to try and hit the outer ring, which is a little tricky sometimes, depending on how your bottom bracket is set up. But I've got a couple instruments here that may help me achieve that task. So I'm going to move you guys over here so you can see it. Alright guys, tell me when that starts coming out. Okay, that was not bad at all. Okay, I'm pretty stoked with how fast that actually was. So hopefully the other side's easy as well. This side will be just as easy if you guys leave a like. I was really thinking that was going to be a huge pain in the ass. Okay, well, that was a huge relief. I was really sitting here thinking this was going to take like at least an hour. Wow, I'm glad that didn't take forever, and I actually didn't even destroy these, so if I ever wanted to go back to my rig cranks, I could. As long as I find the other bearing, wherever it is. Okie dokie. Now we put on the new bottom bracket. Getting a little toasty in here. Gotta bust out the Kirby shirt. Alright, so installing a new bottom bracket. I'm actually going to try and find a rubber mallet to hammer it in, just so it's a little bit safer, because you don't want to damage your new bearings in any way, shape, or form. It's recommended you use like a vise or a press of some sort, but you can hammer them in as long as you're careful. So really the process is you grease up the bottom bracket, you grease up the bearing, you place it right here, and then you slowly hammer around the outer edge of the bottom bracket. You don't want to hit the inside because you don't want to like cave the bearings in at all. So if you are going to be hitting your bottom bracket with a hammer, make sure you're hitting the outside ring and not the inside, because that'll damage it. So if there's one thing that I try and hammer into your guys' heads when I make these bike maintenance videos, is that you need to use grease. If there's metal on metal contact, there should be grease. There's some BMXers out there that don't use grease, and they specifically go out of their way to tell you not to use grease, and that is the reason why their parents don't love them. Use grease. It makes stuff perform better, it makes stuff last longer, it's the smarter choice, it feels better, your bike will appreciate you a lot more. You know, one of the easiest ways I can tell if someone actually made it past the 5th grade is if they actually grease up their BMX bike. Like, it doesn't affect me in any negative way, you're just screwing yourself over. So I'm just asking you, I'm not asking, use grease, you stupid monkey. Alright, I got a mallet. All I had to do was beat the piss out of Harley Quinn. I know I just went on this big old tirade about using grease, but I can't find any in this house. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we're actually in a different garage from where we normally do this. And I don't know where they keep their grease, and I'm really bad at finding stuff. Lucky for me, Odyssey supplied some anti-seize with my Thunderbolt cranks, so I'm gonna be using that instead. It's basically grease, but it's got a little more dick to it, you know? And it's a pretty copper color. And it also stops your screws from seizing up, hence the anti-seize in anti-seize. So we're going to throw the bottom bracket on right now. As you can see, I've lined up the inside of the bottom bracket. I'm going to get a little bit more. Again, guys, it's highly recommended to use grease. This is probably the one time you're going to get to finger your bike. I don't know why you wouldn't want to do this. All right, now we get a little bit more anti-seize, and we line the outer edge of the bottom bracket. Stick that right there for now. Wipe off my hands so we can start hammering this bad boy in. Perfect. Wipe off the excess. All right, this time I'm going to zoom in on the bottom bracket so you guys can get a real good look. Again, get some anti-seize and then grease up the shell of the bottom brackets. I genuinely don't know why you wouldn't want to do this. Now let's grease up the actual bearing. Get it nice and lubed. Press that right there. That was a false start. Ignore that. Okay, this is kind of interesting. It looks like a sprocket needs to actually be like press fit onto the crank arm. When you're greasing up threads or screws, you only have to put it on like the very top, because when you go to screw it in, it'll disperse it amongst the rest of the screw. Cool, I think that worked pretty well. Now I'm actually gonna unscrew this sprocket bolt just a little bit. You don't want it crazy tight when you're installing it. When you've completely finished installing your cranks and you have your wheel back on, that's when you want to tighten up your sprocket bolt. Also, make sure you're putting your driver on the correct side. If it's right-hand drive, you want to make sure it's on the right side, and left-hand drive, you want to make sure it's on the left side. Now it's telling me to put anti-seize on these little wedges right here. Make sure that gets dispersed evenly. Okay, cranks are on. I think I used plenty of anti-seize. Cool. Now we can throw on the new pedals. Make sure you're putting your pedals on the right side also. Alrighty, I would say the Thunder Buns are installed. Don't forget to tighten your sprocket bolt. Now all that's left to do is to swap out the grips. Now that I got new cranks, the oldest part of my bike is going to be these bar ends. Normally to get my grips on and off I use an air compressor, but for this video I'm just going to use WD-40 because it's right here. Put my crusty old bar ends back on. Oh. Alrighty. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the bike build section of this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on this video and make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. I'm done being a tool. Let's jump right into the B-roll montage. So my plan was to show you guys the B-roll and then maybe go get some riding clips on the new bike. But then this happened. And ain't that a bitch. Is it 2 years or 3 years? Because I avoided it all 2020, 2021, and I'm gonna just round up and say I avoided it all of 2022. I don't care. So I guess I made it 3 years, but I finally got it, and it sucks. And then every time I get sick, it always ends up turning into a sinus infection. So I always wake up in the morning with just a metric ass load of crud and mucus stuck way deep in the back of my nose where you can't get it out, and it's so uncomfortable. But anyway, I guess that just means when I get better, we're gonna have to make a video going and trying out the new bike. And I don't want to keep talking too much because it kind of hurts, so I guess we're gonna wrap up the video right here. Real quick, I just want to give a big thank you and a shout out to Modern Balisong, Cosmic Steez, Benji, Yannick, Luke, and A Horse Running. Those are the current channel members and their support really does mean a lot. If you want to join them and get a shout out in my videos and get access to the occasional members only video and just help out the channel in a bigger way, you can go down there and click the join button. But if that's too much of a commitment, I get it. If you still want to contribute monetarily, you could also hit the super thanks button. It's almost like a little tip jar. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know and help out the engagement on this video by leaving a like, leave a comment, give me your thoughts and opinions, share the video around, and make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. We're probably not going to hit 15K by 2023 just because of how late I'm uploading this, but still subscribe because we're really close to hitting 15K. Maybe go follow me on Instagram at DenDenBMX. I hope you guys have a happy new year and had a great holiday season. Thank you guys once again so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.